Come here for a minute, will you, man? Very good for Birchip, fellas. Former Witchy player.
Camera show, right off the track.
Pete knocked off the former topside board yesterday. What sort of role did you play yourself, and where were you playing?
I was trying to get a kick in the first place. No, well, Birchip's a completely different side to Witchproof.
Yeah, there it comes.
You gonna let me finish? Witchy's probably got more talent than what Birchip have. They're a bit of mug footballers over there. They don't know how to play football and they don't know how to win it. They've got the skilled players over there, but up and down the centre line, I'd say we're probably, well, we'd nearly matched any team in the league, but around the flanks and the rovers, we're lacking around there, and that's why we cut out all this short passing yesterday, and we capitalised on the long kicking and took over the high marking. And young Timmy Barling played a pretty good game yesterday. He's in the ruck, you know, the big, about 6'6". He capitalised on Big Wharton and all that. You know, did some great work around the ground. Bally kicked 12 goals, and it's the best day he's delivered the ball ever.
Well, you know, where did Bort fall down? Where were their weaknesses? What about the Nicholson boys?
Oh, the Nicholsons played well. Philip and David, probably more Philip, because Philip sharked the ball out of centre nearly all day. But I'd say they mainly fell around right, their half-forward line probably fell down, but Barney Livingston still kicked 7 goals, but he's a pretty accurate kick, even though Chim Blanco would have been one of our best players. But he got the ball delivered pretty well, and they proved pretty good delivering side. But I think just the pressure we put on them to stop their skill. Gary, you'd be pretty happy with Fawcett at half forward yesterday. You know, it was a big game for Gilmore, a 200 game, plus the bloody all the old ex-players coming back. You know, sitting here on Thursday night, Gilmore was possibly a problem to us, but as I said, you'd be pretty happy with Fawcett's form on him yesterday.
Possibly just been down a bit in the last few weeks, but to his credit, yesterday he played the game as was required. Gilmore's the type of bloke you cannot let go. Whether he's marking or whether he's punching it, he likes to get out wide, and if you allow him, he can run down the ground and set up all their attack. But full credit to Jeff yesterday, he never allowed him to run down the ground. Every time Gilmore got a kick, he was forced wide, as Hop said before, and when he did kick it, he was only kicking to a flank or a wing, which was very ineffective, especially on this ground.
Yeah, I don't know, it seems to be a bit of a fault of left-footers, I think. He certainly casts the ball wide. Is there any pictures out there in the crowd? I see a little man with glasses right at the back there. I don't know if he's...
Just the last couple of games in seconds, played with a bloke called Warry. It's pretty easy to see how much team value he is. He does a lot around the ground and he encourages a lot. 3 selectors there, something over, or 2 years ago, something over, the last 3 years he's had half the team, that was in the 4th pocket. I realise he plays in Sandy's position, but Sandy was out for 10 weeks this year.
Yeah, well, you know, Warry is not blessed with a ton of pace. He's a little bit chancy meeting the ball. You know, it's just very hard to break into our side as a number 1 or number 2 ruckman, you know, it's the situation we've got at the moment. I'll just go further this. Mandy gave us a bit of a raspy last night on the edgy pitch situation. Why was he pulled off after kicking 2 goals? Sorry?
You would have felt relieved.
You know, just prior to that, I think there was something like 80 minutes had gone, and I think Edgy had scored 1 goal, and that's about the only kick he had got. And on top of that, I think Walters was possibly Donald's best player. And by the time our runner gets from us to Gary and back to the full forward scene, I think Corrie couldn't see Edgy at that particular moment because the ball was coming that way, and that's when Edgy did snare those couple of goals, but we still stuck to our original move, and that was replacing Edgy. It was just before half-time anyway. But, you know, this is just a situation that sort of comes about the time lost between a runner consulting Gary from us and going to full forward. It's just one of those things. Sandy, you got a raffle there, mate?
Yeah, well, Willie Gordon being the guest on the panel, he can draw it. I don't know whether he can hold up high enough so he can't.
Has he bought any bloody tickets for a start? Anyway, yeah, what, 1 prize, 1 hamper, is that the story?
Yeah, the hampers. Dig deep, Billy, dig deep. Donald, blow 3 draws. Oh, shit. Gary Evans.
Is that a fact, Good on you, man. I'm sure you won't mind if we redraw it. Anyway, thanks for the attendance, everything. Oh, sorry, second prize, 1 dozen bottles.
Mrs. Lily Rat.
Oh, I don't think so. Just spoke me.
Sarah White.
Good on you, Sarah. Oh, Cass is gone. What else we got, Sandy? Half a dozen bottles.